Okay, so we're recording. And I want to introduce everyone to Linda, who is one of the very first enrollees in the program and just a delightful human being. And we were just talking about her getting her joy back. So I'm going to turn it over to her and let her tell you just a little bit about that.
Well, this has just been a remarkable, several weeks, and one of the things that I will contribute that to is my experience here with this program. Currently, we're calling it Transformation and Awakening. But I'm getting my joy back. For quite a while, I had just been losing my energy, to where I was just almost, another friend pointed out, Linda, your battery is empty, and kind of helped me look at what was going on and letting other people, Katie talks about this in some of our lessons, but cutting the cords, let other people's energy just, it is not yours. Don't hang on to it. And so being able to clear myself of others' energy and I mean, not completely, of course, but to be aware of when someone else is really pulling on me and it's not my thing. It has been such a wonderful experience. And to be able to just have my own energy and joy and not be depending on someone else to filter that through or to check in with. I mean, I'm not there yet, but I am so on my way, and it is so absolutely wonderful. And I tell you, one of the things I'm experiencing is wonderful things are happening. I mean, pop, 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 pop.
So you're experiencing some synchronicities. That's one of the things we talk about a lot.
Absolutely.
Cool. Give us just like one example of one. I know you've had so many, but just give us an example of one that comes to mind.
Well, I mean, I will do my most current one. Katie and I were going to have I ordered some chakra bracelets because
Yes, they're lovely.
Chakras and angels are really new to me. And so the more visible reminders I have for myself, the more present I can be, the more attention that I will pay. And so I knew that Katie and I were going to be talking. And so when I took my shower and got dressed, I put on a blouse that just, I'm visiting grandchildren now, so, my wardrobe is limited. But I put on a blouse that I really like. I get compliments and I feel really good in. I had no idea that Katie wanted to record this.
I didn't either until we got on the call. I was like, why don't we do this now? So
yeah. But just being able to being present and then being able to be present. When Katie said, would you be willing to do it? I'm at a place that I can say, well, why not? I am here to be honest, authentic, and I don't need to prepare for that. What is, what comes, what grows. And I've not always been this way. It's so cool.
Cool. So it sounds like some of the things you're learning are, you have learned some really specific tools to help, like on the metaphysical level with all of that, but you're also experiencing your own internal, like, this is Linda.
Absolutely.
And reclaiming that.
Absolutely. Recognizing it, and that's okay. I mean, I'll give another example. This morning, I belong to an online harp group, harp ecosystem, and each one of us, we had done a training last week to learn how to do videos. And so we were to do a video of our playing. Well, I just decided I would do it in my PJs this morning, and my PJs say, I am dressed for the day.
I love that.
I mean, it's okay. I could have angst about putting my blue shirt on and having my hair done. Nope, I'm just as I am. The intention for this video was to try and learn how to get the lighting well, have the camera sitting, that kind of thing. I need to have room to improve. So why do it perfectly the first time around and have to do it better the next time?
Right, yeah.
But it was fun to do that. There was no stress because just as I am. I didn't prepare to be here. I did get dressed. well, my night clothes.
That's right. That's dress.
But I put a bra on. So I consider that day, I consider it loungewear.
Right.
When you add underwear. But, to be able to be willing to be fully present just as I am. Or, what is it how is it that I want to show up, as opposed to being aware of how's this going to impact someone, or what's someone else going to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I am very sensitive to how other people feel. I'm a compassionate person, but for their feelings to override mine is not okay anymore, because then it's kind of like putting what they tell you on the airline, put your oxygen mask on yourself first before you try and save someone else or do something for someone else. You take care of yourself first, then you'll have the tools that you need to take care of others.
That's so cool. And I'm guaranteed that 99% of people watching this video are going to identify with exactly that feeling. So I know that a lot of people watching this video also have that really empathetic soul, maybe even an empathic soul, and that we take on the emotions of others. So I love it that this program is helping you figure out what's yours and what's not yours. And we do that through talking about energy vibration. We do that through some specific tools. And so I'm kind of curious, what of all the topics we've talked about, we won't go into it in depth, but which one is is the one that was for you the most at this point in time?
Interesting. It's angels. Angels have not been part of my, other than Hark the Herald Angels Sing.
Right. Yes.
But as I'm getting into this program and I am reading and learning more about angels, our choir did a Christmas cantata this year, and one of the songs was "Angels Are Making Their Rounds," and it just all, you can see it, and I can see my angels around me making their rounds and taking care of me in a way that I never would have been aware of or cared about, perhaps, or thought they belonged to me. The angels are just, they come to Mary and to Zechariah and to Joseph, and that's fine, but that I can access my own are here.
Yeah.
It's just accessing them. Yeah.
So that's so cool. They're not only for people in the past, they're for us too.
Oh, they are here. And I'm just learning this. Then chakras for me are it's beginning to have a language for a feeling that I've had.
Yeah.
Being able to talk about it, because I didn't have the language for it. And I live in Southwest Oklahoma, and so there's really not a lot of conversation about the metaphysical that I know of.
Not a lot of chakra conversation on the street.
Not a lot of chakra conversation on the street, but doggone if I didn't go to a new massage therapist and she's talking about the third eye, and I'm thinking, holy cow, girl, let's continue this conversation the next time I come.
Yeah.
Have someone who's really present in a way that no one else I've ever had that experience before in my local community.
Very cool. Yeah, so those synchronicities start to happen in this program. I see it with all the participants and with myself. I'll say even with myself, I notice new ones all the time too. And so, Linda, I know you're a lifelong Christian. I know you've been active in your church. And so can you tell just a little bit about how this has complemented your Christian journey? Because I know one of the things people fear is that this is going to take away from their Christian journey. And that's, I'm a Christian minister. That's certainly not ever what I want to do for anyone. So we're really, doing this walking with Jesus. And maybe you can just talk about that for a second.
Well, when you asked that question just now, I thought about the way Marcus Borg describes God, and that is the more. This is the more. What we have, what we learn in church, and more. Not, and I don't mean limited to, but being able to be open and aware of more. The abundance, the extravagance, I think, and deserving the extravagance, being aware.
Yes. Oh, I love that. Yes, God loves for us to be extravagant in our soul searching.
Absolutely.
Cool. So you don't feel like your Christian faith has been compromised at all?
Oh, I think my Christian faith has been deepened
Nice.
because again, when you can expand, then you've got room for so much more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
love that. And really the center of everything that we do, we always talk about Christ, and everything we do is an appeal to Christ. We don't ever, we have very much respect for other religions and other spiritual paths, but we recognize that our spiritual path is the Christian one.
That's the core. I mean, that is our
Yeah.
core. And yeah, so that's, you start there and then go from there. That's not a add-on.
Right.
Christ is our center.
Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, so I love that. And so this is a program for Christians to, like you said, to expand and to experience even more expansively the love of God, especially for those who come from traditions where God has really been put in a box. This helps us break open that box in ways that are hopefully healing for people. Oh, I love that. Thank you for sharing your journey. I'm sure people will have questions for you. So whenever we get this posted, you can be prepared to be tagged. And
I would love it. I would love it because, you know, in order to really identify and kind of ground myself in now, what do I believe and what am I experiencing, I have to be able to talk about it and talk about it in a way that hopefully will enable someone else to have a connection to that. So this is very helpful for me.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. And that's what we call evangelism.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's evangelism, helping people connect to Christ at deeper levels.
Absolutely.
That's exactly what you're doing. So thank you. Awesome. Okay. Well, I'm going to sign off on this, and then you all ask Linda or myself any questions that you have. We would love to answer them.
I'm here.